Hey, what's up guys? It is Roy. Remember me? I'm Roy from Friday the 13th Part 5. You know, I was getting really sick of people killing people, and I saw Joey laying on the ground all hacked up. That really pissed me off. So you know what I did? I went out and got a mask and dressed up as Jason pretty much and started killing people. Hell, I think I even have a higher kill count than Jason ever did. So, yeah, that's what I did. I'm just so sick of it. So anyway, I'm here to show you guys something that I got in the mail, because I had to order this because, well, number one, it has my favorite movie on there, Part 5. But you get all the movies, and, you know, new features, new scans, some missing scenes. But this is an amazing set, in all seriousness. The Friday the 13th box set on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. This is otherwise known as the Deluxe edition, with really cool artwork and stuff. So let's start here with the back. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. You got a bunch of cool illustrations there with Jason. You know, all the, you know, looks of Jason there. Just really, really cool artwork. I'm going to turn it around right here. There you got sackcloth Jason. His mother's head. I'm going to flip it around to the other side there. There's the remake. Jason Goes to Hell. So it's like this image goes all the way, it just wraps around. It's just like one complete image. You know, of course, I didn't get the poster, because if you get the poster, you know, if you pre-ordered it from Scream Factory, you get the poster, which is basically this, and, you know, I would have loved to have that, but the thing about Scream Factory, that it was a lot more money on Scream Factory website than it was on Amazon, so I thought, why, you know, who cares? I'm not going to get the poster, oh well. And the whatever, the lithograph or whatever it was. So I'm happy. I'm happy with just getting this. So when you turn it around the front here, you have all the movies in their own specific cases. You get a bonus case as well as a booklet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of these out and show you guys what they look like individually. And you've probably already seen this done anyway on YouTube, because people get theirs like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ahead of everyone else. So first up is Friday the 13th, and a really, really cool cover art right there. They were warned, they were doomed, and on Friday the 13th, nothing will save them. Here is the back. As you can see, there are some cool special features there. New 4K scan of the original camera negative. Both the uncut version and the theatrical R-rated version. Two discs. And if you take this out, it's got reversible artwork, which I don't really care for this one, but I'm just going to leave it with the original, you know, with this silhouette. So that's part one. Moving on to Friday the 13th, part 2. The body count continues. I do like that cover. Here on the back we got Mrs. Voorhees, her head, and then special features right there in the red box. 4K scan of the original camera negative. There's the inside with the reversible artwork. And I don't know, I might switch it out. I kind of like this one more. It's kind of like the VHS. The VHS artwork. So that's part 2. Here comes my favorite, Friday the 13th Part 3, 3D. I heard you can watch this in 3D if you have a 3D TV, in 3D player, all that stuff. It's a lot better from what I understand. Here is the back with Jason. New 4K scan of the original film negative. New 3D transfer. Here is the inside with the disc. And the artwork, which kind of looks like it's in 3D in a way, if you look at it. But I just prefer the original cover art. That's just the kind of person I am. So, moving on. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, or Friday the 13th Part 4. I love that cover. I've always loved that cover art. Even the NES video game. You guys remember the NES video game? This was the same image on the NES video game. When it would start, when you'd press start, that's what would happen. Here is the back with Tommy Jarvis and his mask there. Kid was really talented. I tell you, he can make all those masks. I wish I could do that. New 4K scan. Audio commentary by the director. The lost ending. Here is the inside. And then for the reversible cover art, we get just the text, kind of like we did with Friday the 13th Part 2. Kind of has a similar look to it. But, like I said, I prefer the original cover art. Now, Part 5, which is my movie, okay, they did my movie wrong, in a way. Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. If Jason still haunts you, you're not alone. I don't know what to think of the cover art. They didn't do the VHS cover art with the goalie mask. If you remember the white mask that takes up the whole poster. I don't know why they didn't add that in here. Because that was one of the original cover arts, was the white mask. So I don't understand why, but there's Joey getting his from Vic. Poor bastard. New audio commentary. It doesn't say that there's a new scan of Part 5. I don't know why, it's the best one. Here is the inside. Also has reversible artwork. The disc is the same as the artwork on the outside. Here we have that artwork there, which I don't know if I really care for. There's just nothing really to it, I guess. But I wish they would have done the VHS one. That's my only gripe with it. Here we have the 6th film. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Classic cover art right there. Love it. Turn it around. Jason, come on! It's me you won't remember! New audio commentary doesn't say anything about a new scan. This one does not have the reversible artwork. I mean, I guess you could reverse it, but it wouldn't make any sense. Because all you have is a picture of Jason. So you wouldn't really want to reverse it. But why would you anyway? Because you have this. Here we have Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. On Friday the 13th, Jason is back, but this time someone's waiting. That's right, Carrie is. Carrie's waiting. There's the back. You got audio commentary, all that stuff. Doesn't say anything about a new scan as well on this one. There is the inside, and this one doesn't really have reversible, but like I said, you could reverse it, it just wouldn't make sense, I guess. But I do love that image. Again, that is the image on the NES game. That's what it looks like on the NES cartridge. Like I said, you wouldn't want to reverse it anyway because you got this, so. Moving on. Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. New York has a new problem. Yeah, sort of. There's the back where he's on the boat, that's when he teleports. Audio commentary, nothing about a new scan on this one. So for so for part 5 is where it starts with no new scans. So part 5, 6, 7, and this one, there's no new scans or anything. Again, not really any reversible artwork, but it just has Jason in New York standing there looking confused. Pretty cool though. I like the inserts. So Jason Goes to Hell, the 9th film, the final Friday. Evil has finally found a home. I love Jason Goes to Hell. There's the back where they're pulling him down. Both unrated and theatrical version. New 2K scan. At least this has a 2K scan. Here are the 2 discs right there. And it does have reversible artwork, but the reversible artwork is pretty much the same thing. It just doesn't say Jason Goes to Hell. It just has the image, and then it says Jason goes to hell and he's not coming back. So they made it into like a sentence. Jason X, the 10th film. Evil gets an upgrade, of course. There's the back. It's got new interviews and stuff. Doesn't say anything about a new scan of the film. Here's the inside. And then the reversible is pretty much the same. Yeah, it's just got a different back to it. So Jason X. Here we have Freddy vs. Jason. There's the back. Got a lot of features there. The disc is actually the cover art to the DVD. And then there's this cover art, which is pretty cool, but I think I'd prefer the, it doesn't say anything. I prefer just the title alone. So here we have the remake, Friday the 13th. That's cool. I love that art. It's got both the original theatrical version and the extended unrated cut. And it has the Killer Cut Blu-ray, which is on the Killer Cut. I have the Killer Cut, Blu-ray, which is a separate one. But yeah, it looks like it's just the Killer Cut Blu-ray. It says right there, Killer Cut. So when you take this off, here it has the. That's a cool one too. I actually might change it. I don't know. I do like that cover art right there. So there's the remake. All right. So then you get the bonus material, and here are the special features for the bonus material, which is listed on the back. New interviews, new location featurettes, documentaries, all kinds of stuff. And you got 2 discs here. So a lot of content. And the inside shows Alice there in the boat. And the last and final thing that you get is this really cool booklet. Nothing on the back, but it talks about each of the films. Gives you some images from the films, behind the scenes shots, close-ups, while it talks about it a little bit. Pretty cool. So, anyway, that is the Friday the 13th Blu-ray box set collection, the deluxe edition from Scream Factory. Like I said, I had to get this because pretty soon it won't be available anymore because of, you know, scalpers and all that will be grabbing them up, you know, doubling them, tripling them online. So that's just how it's probably going to go. If you can get your hands on one of these, I'd say definitely get it. Because, you know, can't go wrong. It comes with all the movies. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Nothing new really here, you know, because you've probably already seen unboxings of this. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in and kind of go over it a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.